Hi, my name is John.
And my name is Alice, and you're watching Math Videos for Parents. We help you so that you can help your kids with math. So today we're talking about multiplication and arrays. And so looking at the figure on the slide, John, the way I would approach it, first of all, I will say that when I was growing up, I don't remember hearing the word array. I might have been asked, what would this equal? And so I would just count, the boxes, and I'd say, okay, that's 8 along one side and 3, and I would know that's 24. And I would know that because, again, when I was in school, we had a lot of timed tests. We had to memorize our multiplication tables, and obviously I liked math growing up. I love math, but I found that the idea of that so intimidating at first that I remember faking a stomach ache to get out of second grade because I don't know, this timed test was just so intimidating to me. But then I realized we were going to have them for many, many more times, and I couldn't have a stomach ache the whole year. So I just, went for it. And, they weren't bad once I got used to them, but it was definitely kind of a rite of passage.
Yeah, I could totally understand that it's a little like nerve wracking to have to know these facts immediately. As part of our Common Core New Jersey Student Learning Standards initiative, there's been a focus and a movement away from knowing facts in a very automaticious way, automatic way, I guess is the right word to use, and less of a focus on time tests, but more of a focus on understanding of what multiplication actually is. So one of the ways that students now do 8 times 3 instead of memorizing a chart of numbers is to skip count. So they know that they need 3 sets of 8. So they sort of count 8 in their head to get the next 8 away from 8. So 8 plus 8, that's 16. That's 2 sets of 16. And then if they add another 8 onto that, so 16 plus 8, that's 24. That's the same thing as 8 times 3. They started with 8 and they skip counted to get to the result that was the same as 8 times 3. Another way that is more helpful and more lasting as students move up through their math career is through an array. And an array is just an arrangement of items. So for 8 times 3, we can view it as, 3 units this way and 8 units this way. So when we talk arrays, it's sort of like area. We're trying to figure out what is the area of a shape that's 3 by 8. Or, we can count the boxes, and students can count them however they want. They might want to count by threes, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. They might want to count by eights. Like if they were good at skip counting, they might say, here's 8, and then here's 16, and then here's 24. Lots of ways they can they can use the array to solve it. And it depends on what they're most comfortable with. Like they may be comfortable with multiples of 2 or multiples of 4. But with an 8 by 3 array, generally they usually want to skip count by 3s or 8s to get the answer.
And I imagine the skip counting then also reinforces the multiplication tables.
Right. Like I think that when we learned multiplication, it was very one directional. Like we did 8 times 3 to get 24, but we never stopped and said, would we get the same thing if we did 3 times 8? Or is there another way to get the same answer? And those are important topics that happen later on in a student's math career when they look at commutative property and factors and things of that sort.
Great. All right. Well, I'm ready to try another one.
Great.
Okay, so now I'm looking at this array here, and there's a few ways we could solve it. I'm going to start by doing skip counting. And I'm going to do it by 5s. So you can see here, that one row would give me 5. Oops, sorry, that's a little crooked. The next row would give me 10. I think skip counting by 5s is the funnest one to do. 15, and then 20. So then my answer would be 20. Or I could have done skip counting by 4. Let me get rid of this. So if instead I had looked this way, I could say, okay, skip counting by 4 would give me 4, 8, 12, 16, and then 20. Another way that John had mentioned was we could actually look at the array here, and it kind of reinforces the whole area concept. That's 5, and that's 4. This kind of reminds me of like cubby holes you can put your socks in, and you need to know how many pairs of socks you can fit. And you can fit 20, which seems to be plenty of space for some socks. John, what are your thoughts?
And I love that you're able to find the answer multiple ways. Like I was saying before, I feel like with the time test and the automaticity of knowing that 5 times 4 is 20, by doing it this way you can understand, well, that's not the only way I can get 20. I can also do 4 times 5 and get the same answer. And if I'm comfortable skip counting by 2s like in the beginning, that's okay too. Like I can just do 2, but I would just need to do it twice as many times because I have to make up for the fact that I should be doing it by 4. So I can do 10 sets of 2. It just gives students an understanding of factors from a very young age.
And also, if you can do it more than one way, that's another way to know you did it correctly.
Exactly.
All right, wonderful. Well, thanks, John. This was great. And if anyone watching has any problem requests, please don't hesitate to email us, mathvideosforparents@gmail.com, or put a comment on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page. Thank you so much.
Thank you.